a chance to score a goal.
Here is Kivior. Now it's with Saliba. 40 seconds remaining of the added on 10 here. Arsenal fans, yes, one or two have made their way to the exits, but most stay these days because there is something special happening at the Emirates with this squad and this manager, and the fans know it as well, and they've been brilliant. Here is Saliba with a diagonal. Sheffield United look to clear. Kai Havertz doesn't get there, it's cleared away. Here is Reece Nelson. Can he get inside the penalty area? He can, still going forward. Slip ball towards Havertz! Oh! Side netting, that would have been the icing.
It sure would. It's a good chance. Let's just have a look at it again. It's a bit scrappy, and then Zinchenko gets on the ball. That's full time. We might just get to see the chance again. Yeah, to be fair, the goalkeeper's there and our defender. It would have been some finish if he'd have scored, but it was a half chance.
Well, the 10 minutes of added on time is up. Arsenal have beaten Sheffield United by 5 goals to 0. Eddie with 3, Fabio Vieira from the spot, and Tommy Tomiyasu late on. Nigel, as we mentioned towards the end of the commentary, this has been a really good workout in a very different way. Off the back of a trip to Spain in midweek in the UEFA Champions League, a rotated side, yes, against a team at the foot of the Premier League standings, but when the games come thick and fast, as they are here, Arsenal have stepped up, and we've seen some very, very good performances, and there's no doubt that Mikel Arteta's team are moving in the right direction, 2 points behind.
Yeah, you always worry when you come off the back of a European game away from home, you're travelling, you've got that little bit of fatigue, and you're coming against a team that you know you should beat. The crowd are expecting you to beat them. They're expecting you to put on a display, and you've got to, and then you've just got to go out and execute the game. We made some changes, and I thought, even though we were only leading by the odd goal at half-time, the performance was still very good. In the second half, we got the goals, took the game away from Sheffield United, and we just showed our different quality, different class. And unfortunately for Sheffield United and their supporters, I think it's going to be a long season.
That is very true for Arsenal. Let's hope it's going to be a successful one. We're moving in the right direction. A first Premier League hat-trick for Eddie Nketiah, and his 99th appearance in this competition. For Takehiro Tomiyasu on his 50th appearance in the Premier League, a first top-flight goal in England. Fabio Vieira from the spot as well. Sheffield United outgunned, outclassed. The Gunners have beaten the Blaze by 5 goals to 0 as we hand you back to Eddie, Nick, and all of the gang upstairs. This has been a really good performance. Full time, Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 0.
It's got a nice ring to it. We said at half-time 1-0 to the Arsenal. Someone should make a song about that. How about 5-0?
Yeah, it's disappointing it wasn't 7, really.
Arsenal-Japan.
That's what I mean, yeah. Was it Mika who predicted 7?
They both called Mika.
Yeah, true,
Easy.
But no, it was. It turned out nice in the end, didn't it? It sort of just took a while for us to get going. That first 28 minutes, kind of a write-off, but from then on, it was good football, wasn't it? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, really enjoyable. What about the thoughts of our panel in here then?
My favourite goal was Nketiah's hat-trick goal.
Oh, yeah. Good shout. Good shout. Yeah. I mean, what a goal. What a goal. I mean, that was an absolute rocket, wasn't it?
He needs a better rating on FIFA.
We'll get our people to speak to their people, see if we can get it to happen. But the good thing about we're very blessed to be in the position to come to the games. You know, there's lots of people around the world who don't get to come to the games. But not only that, we get to sit in such an amazing place. We're right behind that goal. Was it Thomas Partey against Tottenham last season? Yeah. You know, that screamer that he scored was down that in, and again we had a great view of Eddie's goal.
Yeah, it was a wonderful view, and he just struck it so cleanly, didn't he? And the ball, I think, was accelerating when it hit the net. It still had a little bit more speed to go at. You know, he could not have thumped it any better than he did. And what a brilliant way to get a hat-trick. I mean, it's just absolutely perfect. And yeah, it's quite rare, really, that we see Premier League hat-tricks for Arsenal players. I think the last one was Aubameyang in 2021. Before that, I think it was 2018. So it's the sort of thing that doesn't happen every season. And I looked at the list, And there's an illustrious list of names that have scored Premier League hat-tricks for Arsenal, and Eddie joins that now.
Yeah, puts his name on it. Go on, Teo.
It's just, I mean, his celebration about pointing to the turf and like his confidence in himself is something that really, really stands out. He must hear the noise and he must know that Jesus is everyone's main man, but he keeps on coming back. And I mean, Arteta said before about him in training saying you must be mad not playing him. So it's a real credit to him to keep plugging away, and even when he's not getting the chances before, like we were saying in the first half, he put the game to bed and made sure that we could enjoy it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, two of the three were really good goals. Individual brilliance. With the touch and the finish of the first one, and then that rasper.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good day for him, and it's good for the manager because it's sort of he needs to fret a little bit less now about Gabriel Jesus being out. He's got a player that's couldn't be more confident.
Yeah, and let's not forget, when Gabriel Jesus was injured after the World Cup, Eddie came in and we continued winning when Eddie came in. It wasn't like the drop-off was massive.
No.
But we're talking about Eddie, so we should look at the first thing that we learnt from today's game, actually, and it is, of course, about Eddie. Sealed his first Premier League hat-trick with his first goal from outside the box. What a stat that is. He's a bit of a poacher, isn't he, Eddie, normally?
Well, there's a sort of running joke, isn't there, that his average, the average distance that he scores from is about 3 yards. But yeah, this has kind of ruined that a little bit. But yeah, he hasn't scored a Premier League goal from outside the box before. So yeah, well done to him for that. And yeah, he's the first Englishman to score a hat-trick for Arsenal since 2015. Theo Walcott. So it's a good milestone, really good milestone for him. And we had his stats up on the screen, didn't we, before the game? And we kind of said they could be better. And I think I said before the game, this might be the day where he can shrink those numbers a little bit and or boost those numbers. And definitely, so the minutes per goal has come down dramatically, the conversion rate, all of those stats. So yeah, and all of a sudden he's sort of on the leaderboard in terms of the top scorers in the Premier League. So great day for him.
Do you know what that tells me? It tells me that Mikel's got us on in the dressing room, mate.
Yeah, he must
you know
have,
what I mean?
must have,
on the big screen. When he's drawing his hearts and his brains, he's got us on the big screen. Who's the heart and who's the brain? Don't answer it. Right, let's have a look at the second thing that we learned from today's game then. This is another good one. We limited Sheffield United to an XG of 0.03.
I mean,
no shots on target.
Yeah, it's pretty much nothing. 0.03. So they didn't have a shot after 21 minutes. They didn't have a shot on target. They had one shot blocked, and then they had a shot from the halfway line that hit the corner flag. So, I mean, so that's great. We've had no scares whatsoever. We kept them away from our box. It just shows that game management. We're not getting silly, not getting ahead of ourselves, leaving the back door open. Because they scored against Man City, they scored against Man United, they scored against Spurs. They've been a team that's equalised loads of goals this year, so they're not Mickey Mouse going forward. But today we just gave them zilch.
Yeah, nothing.
So that's great for the control, great for confidence. I think that stat might please Mikel almost as much as the Eddie hat-trick.
Yeah. And Nigel was talking about it in the dying minutes of the game. The clean sheet's important as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't had that many, have we? I mean, it's not enough here at Emirates. So yeah, it's a good day in a lot of respects. But yeah, the fact that we gave them nothing, I think will give the team real confidence moving forwards. And we talked ahead of kickoff about facing very few shots this season. Today is just 2 shots. You can't even really count them as shots, can you? So that was as dominant a victory as you'll see in the Premier League this season. And when you think about the 2 saves they made, the goal he made, I mean, there was one in this first half, wasn't there? Who was it? Martinelli struck one, and then there was one in the second half from Ben White, wasn't there? A real pinger, and they were two blasters that he's reacted to amazingly. It could have been 7.
And then Mika would have been right.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, we didn't start playing until 28 minutes.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing, really.
We spoke, before kickoff about some fans saying that they don't think the team's fully clicked yet, and this might be a good game for us to do that. I mean, look, you don't win 5-0 by playing raggedy football.
No, you don't. No, we play good football. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. We've had some quite hard games, really. I don't think...
It's nice to have a comfortable one, though, isn't it? That's nice.
Very nice. But look, we went to Bournemouth. smash them. You know, we've Sheffield United smash them. You know, the teams at the bottom of the league, we're doing a good job on, and we've just got to keep that going, haven't we? Just go again. Was it West Ham? West Ham in the cup,
On
isn't
Wednesday,
there, the weekend? And obviously Newcastle away is the big one, isn't it, on the horizon? And but yeah, the fact that we put in such a complete, controlled performance today bodes well for that one.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look then at the third and final thing we're going to take from today's game then, and it's about this man, Tomiyasu, scored his first Arsenal goal in front of 30 Arsenal Japan members.
Well done, Tommy. Well done.
Yeah. Because pitch side, when we start the show, of course, we normally have like a supporters club from around the world.
Yeah.
We've had, you know, all sorts coming in to see us from all around the world, and we had Arsenal Japan in the building today, and they did say they were gutted Tommy didn't start.
Yeah.
Gets on.
So it's a dream scenario, isn't
amazing.
it? You know, absolutely brilliant, because they've been putting off their visit because of COVID, so it's a long time since the group had that block of tickets that they could take up. So it's a great trip for them, first and foremost, and to see us win 5-0 and then Tomiyasu score, I mean, yeah, they're going to be on the Saki tonight, aren't they?
Tommy's going to be asking him to come every game. You know, I mean, he doesn't get many goals.
And it was a nice goal as well. You know, nice finish, and it just sort of just put a nice little full stop on the win, didn't it? And with Vieira getting his goal as well, that means we've had 11 different goal scorers in the Premier League already. 10 games. I mean, there's some teams go 10 games and score 10 goals.
Yeah.
We've got 11 different goal scorers already, which is just, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So everyone's contributed, which is vital for confidence.
Yeah, and we were able to rest and rotate today, which is great. We'll probably see that again on Wednesday against West Ham in the Cup.
I guess so, yeah, because you want to, the players that maybe played the full game today will sit that one out, but Ødegaard maybe will come back and others. So, yeah, I kind of want us to go relatively strong at West Ham.
In the Declan Rice derby.
I'll tell you why as well. There's so many good teams are out of the Carabao Cup already that if we knock another Premier League team out, there's loads from the EFL left in it. Suddenly you could have a really good, easy run towards a semi-final or final. If we can get through that. So I think we'd all like to go back to Wembley, wouldn't we? And actually win a final there in this competition. Go all the way back to when I was a young player. It was the last time, 93. I was in the reserves, hadn't even played for the first team at that point. That's the last time we won the League Cup. So I think it's high time we got our hands on it.
Yeah. Although Wembley in February is distinctly different to Wembley in May. But you know,
I mean, you're not getting.
Oh, listen, beggars can't be choosers, mate. I'll be there. Right.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Clarke, thank you very much, mate. As always, thank you to our amazing, illustrious studio audience. And thank you for watching the Breakdown Live at home. We are back on Wednesday for that game against West Ham United. Our coverage starts on Arsenal.com and the app at 6:30, and we'll see you then. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.